So this is part two of Is She Free Now? Because as they try to paint the reality and distort reality and leave off this distorted reality they put together, they want me to let them escape into that reality. And it's not. The reality is you're involved in a program that's torturing and doing horrible things to women, that you push to suicide, that you torment till they die. And you are just bottom feeders and trash the government contract. And you'll be reimbursed one way or another for involving yourself in a program that does these horrible things, and your escapism did not work. Enjoy the feeling you get. Your delusionality, escaping that. But expect a return. You expect a reimbursement of some sort. You cannot live off a fantasy and think that this fantasy is not going to end. You cannot. Especially when time after time after time, everything I said has been said by others. And then reality hits you like this, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to see it. No, I don't want to see it. Never. You can manipulate my thoughts. Matter of fact, in this part one, as I was trying to return my phone back on, they were trying to bring back this person that I can't even tell you what this person looks like, except that she was wearing red sweater, black hair, and her skin is brown. That's it. Just looking there, can see like a blur of what that person appears to look like. Stimulation intensity. And then after that, they start making me imagine what I could not see. And then try to be like, you see, that's why you just like, shut up. And what we've learned is this is for sure, this mass shooting is going to happen again for the same reason. I'm in New York. And so the gun law here is obviously a little tight. But the rest of the country have less tight gun laws. And people will be pushed to do these things. Even me here in New York, at one point I had anger that I had to pray and say, God, please don't let me do something stupid like that. Don't. It'll make me feel small. It'll make me feel no. This I don't want to be dirty by their bloods. By their blood. I don't want that. Let them be handled the way they need to be handled. They'll be their days. It'll be proper. It'll be good. It'll be a nice. The way they'll go is the way they will have to go. Not for me. Let them feel like gods. That's even better. Because when the things come back to them, this moment of thinking that they were like some gods, like when they're just trash, calling out the nothing when they're involved in this, oh my gosh, this is how this is the way things need to go to them. It has to dwell on them properly like that. When they were deluding themselves, creating this fantasy, thinking that just we can, it's our reality. No. Your distorted reality is not your reality. It's your escape. It's not your reality. It's your escape. I was interacting with this person, and she was telling me about her friend who was like, she's a perp. But I was trying to make it clear to her, because she was telling me, oh, my friend is like that. I've called him evil in his face. Like, it's evil because he works for this, he does this and that. I'm like, listen, this guy you tell me about, regardless of what he is, he tells you what he is. He's not trying to cover up. He is what he is. He shows you. He's transparent. I prefer that. He knows that, well, at some point, let me enjoy this, but I've done some things like that, and I've benefited of evil things. I've found opportunity in things that are super evil and bad and made money out of that. See, he owns that. You're even worse than him. Because you're trying to present yourself as something else. You're truly like, if evil was more described in the Bible and in other like religious things, it's usually people trying to cover up and present themselves as something else. and then all along involving themselves in the foulest things. For example, being in a program that torture even infants, try to manipulate people in these disgusting ways, causing mass shootings, torturing a lot of women, but somehow able to block that out and present yourself as this group of people who are protecting children from trash ass. I respect this person who just, you see him for what it is. There's something about that that's more respectable than trash like you, who present that we're doing. You try to play all this like righteousness and bullshit when you are here in a program that does horrible things to children. Nobody's perfect. I will never present myself as like I'm this perfect person. I will never. I've actually found that weird. I'd rather be taken as somebody who's far from perfect than be like this perfect. Like, you know, look at me. I'm so, no. I'm far from that. Far. I'll always try to make fun of myself, point out my imperfections or whatever. I'd never want to present myself as this like, oh, no, don't get me wrong. I will say things that I think are right, but I'm never gonna be like, I'm this righteous human being. No, I'll do some stupid things. I go out, like, I've done all these things, and I don't think nobody ever looked at me as like, oh, this guy's perfect. No, everybody have looked at me as somebody who's goofy, who's funny, who's just trying to be a. But these people are involved in such evilness that even hurts the most vulnerable people. That's the foulest part. It's like they do horrible things to the most innocent people, the children, the women, the most vulnerable. And they have the audacity to try to create this fantasy and try to talk in this way, I'm evil, trash. You are even a coward too. That's something you don't want to even say. They are cowards. You know, when they cause this mass shooting, this trash like them talking, trash like these people that I'm hearing talking, interacting with me, weak low life. You seen these videos when I show like pictures of these neighbors involved, swearing this little thing, say I'm Eva. I was like, this just trying to agitate you into losing your brain. But when things go violent, you think they're gonna be the one there? They're the cowards hiding. They're just the foulest human beings, and they truly are weak, like fragile. Cowards involved in a program that caused the largest mass shootings, the deadliest mass shootings. But look at this cowardness. Wearing masks, try to cover up, try to like, and then you work for entities filled with pedophiles. These people are trash. And you know, it's funny how they try to like distance themselves from obviously the program they're part of. Because one thing is obvious, is that these psyops are trying to present like, oh, we're this different group, we're this group, we're this. No, this is a group. This is a program run by the government. Me being tortured by you is the same testimonial of this person being tortured by other people. We are all human subjects being targeted by these governmental entities. They're utilizing these cowards, these bottom feeders, contracted by these governmental entities, implementing the same tactics of disturbingness, of destruction, utilizing this defense technology, Department of Defense technology onto us. And then try to, no, it's our evil, we're different. You did this thing to this, it's like trash. Say the name Roy Moore, first of all. Why do you think you can't say his name? This man has nothing to do with me. But it's just a refresher of reality that you are not who you're trying to present yourself as. You're just the trash the government uses, and you have restrictions. And those restrictions are a reminder that you're just a bottom feeder in this program that tortures children and women. And for me, I would rather die in a hole than be in a program that tortures even infants. You know, and then like, you're gonna serve for what you did to when you were talking about me as a child and try to even exaggerate. It's like when they're in the program torturing children, infants, babies, 3 weeks old. I would rather die in the streets than being a trash in the hallways. Like, evil, you will serve. And I'm in a program that's killing kids, causing mass shooting. Then I die in this nastiness, doing these things, this cowardly, this life of cowardness. There's nothing, the fierceness is completely erased. In every way, things came out to expose this trash for what they're truly part of. They try to be like, no, it's our money. We're a bunch of feminists, group. We do it for this women who do, oh, my bad. There's the things that come up with this, the things they say. And then you find out there's a bunch of women being sexually tortured on a consistency base every day, unable to even walk, unable to function, destroyed every way you can imagine. Literally saying there's a lot of females involved in this program. Calling this trash, describing exactly what I'm experiencing. And this trash trying to escape into this, like, no, we're this, so we now see we're a bunch of different. You see, there's a lot of women here. Like, what? There's women who thinks, there's one TI who talks about how she's being tortured, and there's some of the torture is sexual, of course. She, they create this psyop in her psyop. They try to make her believe that this is like a cult, right? A satanic cult. This is not. It's just a large government controlling this program, and they create psyops. And she was saying that this cult is ran by women because there's a lot of women involved in this, like this trash. Now, before I die, I'm just thankful that I've seen things for what they are. And this trash, who like, oh my God, I was so mean. That's the things they say to me via VTuke. Oh, I was so mean. Try to be agitating. It's like, yes, because they're going to do horrible things to me. But they're so mean too because they torture children. They're so mean because they push people to cause mass shootings. They're so mean because they're cowards who will not even want to be close to you. But to open the doors, like, you'll die with it. And that's why they're so mean. They're so mean because they're going to frame you, but at the same time, I can't even say the name Roy Moore. That's the shit that I'm listening to. Hoping that my sufferance is going to change reality for them. Thinking that the tonality is going to change the way I'm going to see them when I see them. Knowing that damn well if I see the trash, the real bottom feeder trash. Target individual. Like I said, killing them means nothing. Why would you kill trash? You don't need to. Let trash be trash. Let them live a long life of trash. Do not think in a violent way toward them. Let that life that they live be their reimbursement. Let them live this long life of doing this foulness. They're trash. They are here projecting reality, like creating their reality. Can you imagine in your lifetime you were in a program that just caused one of the deadliest mass shooting, and there's many more, the deadliest of this year, and your job is trying to counter that? It's like, oh, it's in May. Imagine your life. You have to kind of find ways to trick yourself to forget this reality. Imagine you in your life. There are so many testimonials. You are somebody who is very logical, rational. You think clearly. You can see, and you hear testimonials that are so specific in every way. But your job is to gaslight somebody into forgetting reality and go into this manipulation that is obvious. Your coworkers are even children. Your colleagues are like childlike-minded people that you look at them, it's like, oh my gosh, they even sound like, what? Can you imagine? I'm a grown man out here doing the same thing as this child is doing. I'm a grown woman. I have to act like this child. I have to act like that to make this person believe these manipulations. And I have to sound like that. I'm so glad they did this. Like, I need to talk in this way. You have to even change the way you talk to sound menacing, That's the things I deal with via VTuke. They are interacting with me in these ways. Trying to sound like, yeah, they're going. I was coming up here, and I could hear two people talking to me like, yeah, they're gonna arrest you. They're gonna. And I'm listening to the mass shooting. They quiet, just walking the elevator, going back up. What happened to you talking this way? Is it because you don't want to be connected with the reality of what you're part of? Target individual, find yourself lucky that you don't have to live this humiliating life. They're in a program that is literally torturing children, abusing them using technology from the Department of Defense on children. And there's something like, oh, it's war. So find yourself lucky and do not try to be harmful to this trash. Let them look at this trash. Please continue to live this long life doing this, please. Enjoy being in the comfort, but do the things, stay warm, eat properly, be healthy, go to the gym. Live a long life in your 90s doing these things, please. Talk this way. You're such a badass when you talk like that. Just live this nasty life and be humiliated by reality every day. I'd rather be tortured and raped and cut in pieces and starving on the streets and crying and than having to live a life as an able person doing this trash that they do. To all my target individuals, stay strong. Do not choose these ways of going out, killing this trash. Even thinking about killing this trash, it makes no sense. And you more likely gonna end up killing innocent people who have nothing to do with nothing. So stay strong.